I'm not saying I'm not blaming the commercial banks because they have a big part to play in lowering their rates. But what I'll say to you, just like any other businesses operating out there, when you have a devalued currency and the dollar moves to 165 or 162 to 1, and you buy your goods and services or your raw materials and you bring it in, it takes a while for the pass-through effect to take place. So I'm not sure how the banking sector operates and if there's a what they call a timing thing that needs to happen. But, yes, the Bank of Jamaica needs to pressure them, but I think more needs to be done to get our rates and policies in place to allow banks to lend money, to allow businesses to be competitive on the global sphere. Everything's going to start going haywire, and I'll tell you something, the government better call election quickly because the balloon is about to blow. The economy is in the worst position that I have ever seen it in my 30-odd years of business. The buying power is the weakest. Remittances are down. Tourism is struggling. Everything is struggling. And what are we doing? We're doing things to stifle the economy with our monetary policies coming from the Bank of Jamaica and the Ministry of Finance. People out there that are living and working in Jamaica may all seem fine and dandy when the politicians step out on stage and speak high and mighty of how great the economy is doing. But look at how many hungry people are out there that are struggling, how many businesses are finding it hard, right? So we need to start waking up the government.
So the Jamaican economy are in the worst ever position. This is the worst the Jamaican economy ever be. And it is getting worse and worse and worse. And I see people sit around believing the Stephen Prime Minister that the economy is under control. Now, when you listen to this audio a while ago, people, it tells you that you're listening to a leader that is literally lying to you, lying in front of your face. Andrew Wallace keep lying to you all that the economy are grow, the economy are the best, it the blossom, it now blossom. Because the government of Jamaica thief out the whole of the money out of the economy. And left it hungry, left it empty, left it a suffer. Jamaican people, you need to wake up, You need to wake up. And all of who no hear the audio, that good. Let me play it back again for all of you that think that the economy are grow, that think that Jamaica are on the right track. Me know enough how no say a PNP paid this man for say all of this. But on the wrong, listen up again, people.
I'm not saying I'm not blaming the commercial banks because they have a big part to play in lowering their rates. But what I'll say to you, just like any other businesses operating out there, when you have a devalued currency and the dollar moves to 165 or 162 to 1, and you buy your goods and services or your raw materials and you bring it in, it takes a while for the pass-through effect to take place. So I'm not sure how the banking sector operates and if there's a what they call a timing thing that needs to happen. But, yes, the Bank of Jamaica needs to pressure them, but I think more needs to be done to get our rates and policies in place to allow banks to lend money, to allow businesses to be competitive on the global sphere. Everything's going to start going haywire, and I'll tell you something, the government better call election quickly because the balloon is about to blow. The economy is in the worst position that I have ever seen it in my 30-odd years of business. The buying power is the weakest. Remittances are down. Tourism is struggling. Everything is struggling. And what are we doing? We're doing things to stifle the economy with our monetary policies coming from the Bank of Jamaica and the Ministry of Finance. People out there that are living and working in Jamaica may all seem fine and dandy when the politicians step out on stage and speak high and mighty of how great the economy is doing. But look at how many hungry people are out there that are struggling, how many businesses are finding it hard, right?
So for all of the people that believe the economy will grow, do you still believe in that crap that the economy is growing? Do you still believe in the lies of this corrupted government and its ministers, this criminal, wicked, thieving prime minister and his ministers? Jamaica are in a crisis. And I can tell you this. Una not gonna know until the Jamaican Labour Party lose and the PNP take over. Me telling you that. When the Jamaica Labour Party lose and the PNP take over, una gonna realize that the country in a crisis. The country popped down to nothing at all. Not even investors don't want to invest anymore under this government. Una need to wake up Jamaica. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. Me hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful morning. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update. So guess what? Make run the intro and come back.
When you hear an opposing view, it's like only the Labourite view must obtain.
No,
And the PNP people them not supposed to have no view.
No.
And them wrong and them bad mind and them this. You notice you have a label for them every time. The Prime Minister said them bad mind and them this and them disingenuous and them make promise like him not make no promise and so on. It can't just be your view alone, brethren.
No, our views welcome in, my brethren. what some people must then don't enter into their own facts.
Yes.
Right? And when I said, my brethren, you know where the country was. When you hear budget read, you used to hear even the late former finance minister Peter Phillips tighten up there.
He's not late, brethren. Him still there.
Okay.
No kill him off yet, boss.
We don't have it. Wage freezes. No, you hear the country silent. Nurse, I get NPA teacher, I get NPA police, I get NPA.
Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers. Big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and I help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video. Remember to like and share this video. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. Now, there's a lot of people out there asking, what did Mark Golding's father do for Jamaica? And the debate is on TikTok right now that Mark Golding's father did not do anything for Jamaica. And Mark Golding's father come for scrape and the same thing Mark Golding come for do. Now, I wish that some of you would just go and educate yourself before coming on the social media space to criticize someone. Mark Golding's father has done so much for Jamaica. Not even on a precious thieving prime minister has done so much good for this country. None of them criminally in the Jamaican Labour Party have never done the job that Mark Golding's dad has done. But a lot of you can come on the social media space and criticize Mark Golding's father. Why him do for Jamaica? This, that Mark Golding is at this and Mark Golding like a rap Jamaica. Mark Golding mean Jamaica good. Just like how Mark Golding's father did mean Jamaica good as well. But people, I am gonna play a video clip so you guys can have some better knowledge about Mark Golding's father. Alright? So remember to like and share this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Alright, my viewers and my subscribers, check it out.
They're Jamaicans. So I was doing my scroll through TikTok. I'm a book up on London 45's response to this question, right? And so when I watched the video, I realized that the question was asking what the father of Mark Golding did for Jamaica. So you know, say, Kamala not going to pass this. We're not going to pass this. We got to take this one on. And London 45 did answer the question, but there's so much more to Sir John Golding. So for those of you who don't know, and I realize a lot of Jamaicans do not know who Mark Golding's father is. Mark Golding's father was Professor Sir John Golding. You know Mona Rehab? Where all the people who have spinal cord injuries go? The official name of Mona Rehab is Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center. It is named after him because he was the one who founded it. But for those of you who do not know, Professor Sir John Golding was a British orthopedic surgeon who came to Jamaica in the 50s. Really and truly, he was not meant to stay in Jamaica. He was actually en route to the USA. But while he was in Jamaica, passing through, two things happened. First, there was a poliomyelitis outbreak. Poliomyelitis is a virus that affects particularly children. It damages the nerves and causes paralysis. That was one thing. Now, the Jamaican authorities had no idea how to deal with polio, and perchance an expert was here at the time. That is one thing. London 45 already spoke about that. But something else occurred. The Kendall train crash in Clarendon. Remember that big train crash where happened? Sir John Golding was here. And he was able to assist the Jamaican authorities in dealing with the victims of that accident. It was a big train, only can research it, Kendall train crash. But Sir John Golding was here. Now, because of the stellar performance of Sir John Golding, the government of Jamaica at that time asked him to stay, and he decided to. So he did not end up leaving to go to the US to take up a position that he was supposed to take up. And aside from that, he met and fell in love with Patricia Levy, who later became his wife, Lady Patricia Golding. Now, this is the man who is Mark Golding's father. But Sir John Golding has done so much more. First and foremost, he also started the Hope Valley Experimental School. That is the school where able-bodied children, that's the first school that able-bodied children and children with disabilities were able to be schooled in the same environment. London 45 spoke about Cheshire Village. It's actually Cheshire Village and not Sapphire Village, which is a community dedicated to the needs of people with spinal cord injuries. The people with polio and others who suffer from spinal cord injuries were able to have a community where basically it was retrofitted for them. And there are so many more things that he started, like the National Council of the one where Dr. Lucian Jones is the vice chair of now. That council, the National Council of Road Traffic, whatever, that was also started by Sir John Golding. Sir John Golding is also responsible for the training of most orthopedic surgeons. He started the whole orthopedic subspecialty in Jamaica. Sir John Golding also started my profession in Jamaica. For those of you who don't know, I'm a physiotherapist by profession. And Sir John Golding started the University Hospital School of Physiotherapy, which my mother, Marcia Swire Forbes, was one of the initial students. She was directly mentored by Sir John Golding as one of the first students. Not only did he impact so many professions, medical professions, also radiology, radiography, neurosurgery. Sir John Golding directly had a hand in all of these specialties of Medicine and Paramedical Studies in Jamaica. He also had a direct impact on GC Foster College, where he was able to channel medical professionals to work there. Basically, he formed the Sports Medicine Association. So for those of you who don't know who Mark Golding's father is, Mark Golding's father has done so much more for Jamaica than almost everybody combined. The only person I think that has done more for Jamaica than Sir John Golding right now is Michael Manley. I kid you not. Mark Golding is filling big shoes, and I have every confidence in the world that he will be able to fill his father's shoes. This is serendipity for me. This is why I love and support this man so much, because I know what his father has done, and I know what he is capable of. But you see, ignorance is bliss. So you go around and you insult this man, you don't know the kind of caliber him coming from, the kind of stock him coming from. He's from a family, a service-oriented family. A family that the service is ingrained in his DNA. His father has done so much for Jamaica as somebody who was not born in Jamaica. So don't think so no labor can walk in on Mark Golding's shoes. Nuh-uh. Try again. Okay? So this is who Mark Golding's father is. Professor Sir John Golding. Put some respect on him name. I thank you. Have yourself a great day.
So if you all a who no lag ahead, tiki labor out there. We have followed the thief in evil, wicked, good for nothing Prime Minister. I disrespect Mark Golding and Mark Golding father. You need to put some respect on their name. For everyone who know, we out there follow the little nasty labor right them. The little nasty MPs where in the Jamaican Labour Party I disrespect Mark Golding and his father. You need to stop it. You shouldn't even apologize. You make a little criminal like Andrew Wallace, Christopher Tough Time, Darrell Jazz, Sleepy, Horace Lang, and all of the little criminal them in the Jamaican Labour Party are leading us astray. Just like with the $31 million jail where these criminals say them bought for the children hospital. And after Dr. Dawes expose these criminals, these Krasmite, they're trying to do everything to discredit this man. Because them know how Jamaican people say, them know say Jamaican people are like this. Oh, so I like Dr. Dawes I tell. And even though Dr. Dawes come up with all of the evidence them wanna need, we still say lie I tell. So these jankros, these good for nothing labor are trying very hard to shut up Dr. Dawes. But guess what? Dr. Dawes have a extra class for all of you. So check it out.
So from this drill saga started, the Jamaica Labour Party and their operatives, they have tried to report me to the Medical Council. They have threatened me with not one, not two, but 3 lawsuits. Now they're reporting me to the political ombudsman. I don't know what they're going to do next to try and stop me. I can assure you, I am not suicidal, but they're going to continue to try and damage my name, damage my reputation, because that's how they work. So I need you to understand why I firmly believe the process for the procurement of this drill was flawed. So come into my class. Welcome to Procurement 101. And today we're going to learn how you can use loopholes in the system to buy a $3 million drill for $31 million and still say that the process is above board. So the procurement process starts with a request from the end users, the doctors who are going to be using the drill. They write up a request. It goes to prepare a tender document with all the specifications of that drill that is needed to perform the functions that they require as the end user. A public advertisement is placed in the papers and the media in general, and from that, bids from registered suppliers are submitted. In this case, a bid for $12 million, $31.5 million, and $50 million were submitted. These bids went to an evaluation committee where they look back at the tender document to see whether or not the drills can perform the functions that the end users wanted in the initial request. In this case, the $12 million drill was excluded, leaving the doctors, the biomed engineers, and the procurement personnel to choose between a $31.5 million drill and a $50 million drill. Obviously, the choice would have come down to the way cheaper drill that was $31.5 million. This evaluation committee made a recommendation that was sanctioned by the Public Procurement Committee that certified that this process is above board, and after that, the contract was awarded. The problem is this. During the process, this part that nobody speaks about, that has been intentionally dismissed and hidden, is where the corruption occurred. Because someone did an internal costing and determined that this drill that anyone can see online for close to about $3 to $4 million was valued at $32 million. Nobody can explain who came up with that costing and how they arrived at that costing, or how is it that Medical Technologies Limited was able to come in right under that $32 million bid. Now, this internal costing is important because if it were a reasonable cost and the bids were way out, the process would have to be aborted and resent to tendering again. But having this high cost for that $3 million drill by Sarah from the persons who did internal costing allowed any bidder to bid close to $32 million. And in this case, when it was reviewed by the Public Procurement Committee, they actually saw that the $31.5 million was a 2% discount to what those folks at Sarah had predicted the drill would cost. So therefore, not knowing anything at all about the drill and the market price, because that was not their task, these committees, they said that this drill was value for money. And this is why you're not being told about the internal costing, because that is where the whole process was compromised. Do your research. You understand how it happened now. Oh, one other thing. I have to ask the company, was there any other drill of a similar nature that was sold in Jamaica recently? We have the answers, and that will surprise you when it comes out soon.
Now, we all know how the tiki labor right them still. And the little frowns the MPs them over on the Jamaican Labour Party side. They try to brainwash the people of Jamaica to believe into their lies. To believe into their lies that they're telling. Now, we all knew that the jail is for around $3 to $4 million because the information are now out. You can go and seek the information for yourself. The jail is not that expensive. It don't cost $31 million. But you labor right will believe anything that these criminals said to you all. You understand what I say? Now, the one of them call him Jazz Davis. Jazz Davis from Wasteman Wide FM need to do some proper investigation before he come out and try to bash someone. And I think he need to come out and apologize to Dr. Dawes for what he has said. Jazz Davis is nothing but a national disgrace to the culture and so the Jamaican people. And you definitely need to come out and apologize to the people of Jamaica. And apologize to Dr. Dawes for the words that come out of your frownsy mouth. All of you are an enemy of Jamaica. Only no mean the Jamaican people them no good. Wasteman Wide FM no mean the Jamaican people them no good. And we stand for righteousness. We stand for justice, unity, and all. And that is why we say time come for all our own.
Dr. Dawes, what is happening to you, man? What is the politics doing to you? If it is that in this time, Dr. Dawes, you have these genuine concerns and the drill numbers sound high, and I'd like the resolution of the matter to happen. But when you step forward and you tell the country that this is corrupt, and you dip deep for the adjectives and descriptors to paint a picture of what this whole procurement of the drill was, and you identify the gentleman by name and said that he owns the company that bought the drill for well over market price, and for the facts, as Donovan Williams has rebutted, not the facts, Donovan Williams' rebuttal, which remains unanswered by you or the PNP this morning. What are we to believe about you and your word, Dr. Dawes, especially as Elon Thompson, the senator, has pointed out, you have misled the public already, you know. You told us that you had food poisoning, then tell us that PNP then poison you. You have raised questions about other issues as well, and it has turned out that the facts have not borne out your claim. Dr. Dawes, what is happening to you, man? What is the politics doing to you? You never stay so.
Now, Jazz waste piece. You definitely need to come out and apologize to Dr. Alfred Dawes and to the people of Jamaica. You are so caught up in corruption that you don't even know how to speak the truth. The information are now out there. So why don't you go and do some proper investigation and come back, apologize to the people of Jamaica? You is nothing but a national disgrace. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, people, for the past years, people have been saying that Andrew Wallace and his party are in cult. Them say the Jamaican Labour Party are the cult party. And you never hear Andrew Wallace come out and said anything about it. But since recently, on a campaign, Andrew Wallace take to the Bible. The devil himself gone in the Bible. Like you feel like I say you can't check nobody. Obe man work with Bible too. Evil man work with the Bible. So you can't check we. All criminal Andrew Wallace you can't check we. He's gonna say that he's not into any cult. Why no? Why you gonna try to tell we now say you're not into any cult? You can't check the people of Jamaica, all wicked Andrew Wallace. Now people, I'm gonna play this video so you guys can take a listen, take a look. I know that a lot of you don't even like to hear his voice, but I'm gonna play it same way. This wicked, evil, all criminal Prime Minister, when if you go to prison, listen what this criminal had to say, people.
After the vuvuzelas and the shouts of shower, you still go back home and are confronted by your realities. But when you leave here, you must leave here with a sense of hope that things are changing and things will continue to change for better under the government that you have chosen to lead the people of Jamaica to the realization of their full potential and aspirations. That is my passion, my friends, and that is my mission. But I don't take it for granted. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10, a part of it says, brethren, what does it say? Brethren, make your calling and election I want to leave that message to every Labourite. Labourite, make your calling of the election sure. Don't take anything for granted. Crowds don't win election. Polls don't win election. Newspaper columns don't win election. What wins election is the vote in the box. And elections are all about a choice. Some people will make a choice irrationally. They wake up on the wrong side one morning, kiss them teeth, and make a wrong vote, and then them suffer for the rest of the time. Some people will make a choice based on a promise. A man come and tell them, say, I have a horse for you and that horse can fly. And you believe. You don't look at the track record to see if there was any horses that have flown before. And then there are some people who just don't know. And anything you tell them, them do. And it is those persons that we who are in the know, that we who see the vision, who have looked at the track record and the history, who are looking at the current experience, we must look at our brothers and sisters. My friend, you could have completed my speech and educate them. Because it makes no sense that we are in one boat together and one set of people do irrational things and turn over the boat with the people who are doing the right and rational thing. So this election is not only about Labourites going to vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. No. This election is about the voters doing the right things that will benefit them, but they must understand that what is in their benefit individually may not necessarily be what is in the benefit for the country nationally. And the only way that your benefit individually is going to be secured is when the benefit of the country nationally is secured. Because you can't develop part of Jamaica and leave half of Jamaica. PNP people must know that when the Jamaica Labour Party win, they win as well, because they will benefit equally from the prosperity and the dividends of the good management of the national and the local economy. PNP people must know that your party here, the Jamaica Labour Party, is not a party that discriminates. We are not a cult. We don't look at people by virtue of their color and exclude them. No, we are the national party of Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party is the national party. The Jamaica Labour Party forms the natural majority of people who think reasonably and rationally about the country.